I'm Sehrish, and you're watching my channel. And today we are going to discuss the MCQs for plant nutrition. So these are basically O-level questions. So let's go through these questions and see whether we'll be able to solve it or not. Let's go through it. Start with the same plant nutrition, and we'll discuss the MCQs. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you, and I hope it's visible. Okay, let's start then. First MCQ says in a photosynthesis experiment, a plant is left in bright sunlight for several hours. A leaf is then removed from the leaf and tested for starch using the iodine. So, one is the white area, other is green area, and we have tested it with iodine solution. So, what do you think? Which part would be colored and which won't be colored? It would be C. So, white remains brown, means same. Okay, second is what substance needed for protein synthesis is carried into the leaf from the stem. So nitrates. So proteins, the elements are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sometimes sulfur. So in one of the uses of glucose, we have discussed that glucose is also used to make proteins. So how do it make proteins? It carries or it takes nitrogen from the nitrates of the soil. Okay. Which two substances are the products of photosynthesis? Oxygen and glucose. So what would be the equation for this? Can you tell me the balanced chemical equation? Okay, so O2 plus H2O O6 along with. So can you balance it now? Because I have requested you to tell me the balanced chemical equation. It would be 6 CO2. So it's a question in the past paper as well. Okay. 6 carbon dioxide and 6 water, and it gave 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. Okay, so this equation is quite important. You should know this equation. The next one is then 4 test tubes are kept in full sunlight, and after several hours, which test tube would contain the most dissolved oxygen? So oxygen would be present in the test tube which has the aquatic plant or pondweed. Okay. So where is pondweed present? In B and C. So exactly. Because in C the snail is using that oxygen and producing carbon dioxide. So in B there would be the most dissolved oxygen. Next one is plant manufacture their own supplies of carbohydrates. What are the raw materials and what is the waste product? So we have just discussed the equation. That's why I've told you this equation is quite important. Okay, next one. A plant with variegated leaves has the starch removed from its leaf by placing it in the dark. So we have white region and we have green region. Black paper is then fixed on one leaf as shown and the plant is exposed to light. Now this whole area, this whole area is not receiving light. So in which part of the leaf would starch be present? D. Exactly, because this is the dark area. C is totally black, so it won't produce. A is white area, it cannot produce. So only D is the correct option. Next one. A plant with striped leaves, similar to the one below, was kept in bright light for 6 hours. It has a white strip and then it has a green stripe, sorry. A leaf was taken from the plant and the chlorophyll is removed. It is then tested for starch using the iodine solution. So which diagram shows the result? A, it would be yellow, brown and blue, black, correct. Next one is apparatus was set up. Now you need to understand that why, how is this working? It has sodium hydroxide solution. It has lime water, and a plant is present, and it is covered with a black paper. Exactly. And the third one we have lime water. So sodium hydroxide removes carbon dioxide from the air. So here carbon dioxide has been removed. Now the air entering here would have oxygen or nitrogen. These are the basic main or these are the gases that are present in the higher quantity. Nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, and we should know these percentages because these are parts a part of sorry, 21%. This is part of respiration as well. So we should know these percentages. These are important. Nitrogen is 78%. Okay. And normal the atmosphere, it contains 0.04% carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay. Now it has been removed and we have lime water. Now here a plant is there which is covered with black paper. Now if it is covered with black paper, it means there won't be any photosynthesis. So if there is no photosynthesis, then respiration must be taking place. Okay. And what are the products of respiration? And water. So carbon dioxide is going to move in this area as well and from here as well. In the both tubes. Will it be true? What do you think? What would be the movement of carbon dioxide? Definitely if carbon dioxide is producing in this flask, because plant is present, it is respiring. So it must be going to the second X and Y. It must be going to second Y. But what do you think? Which one would receive more, or would both receive equal amount? Exactly, CO2. More, more carbon dioxide because the tube or the delivery tube is attached to the plant directly. So it's receiving more carbon dioxide. Okay, okay. Let me just explain one more thing. So we have a space over here. Okay, so through this space, if gas is present in the space, it will definitely move to the next. Okay, okay. Let's move to the next point. Okay, so what would be the color of X and Y? It will receive but very little because it is not directly attached to plant. This flask Y is directly attached to plant. If you will look at the tube, it's quite near to plant. And moreover, the opening of flask Y is directly into the solution. This opening in flask X is not into the solution. It's above the solution. So, what would be the effect of carbon dioxide on lime water? This is the test we use in bio as well and chemistry as well. Like, how do we detect carbon dioxide? We add lime water, and the end result would be it will turn cloudy. So, what do you think would be the correct answer? Which flask would turn cloudy and which will stays clear? Okay. Sorry about my voice, but it's going really low. As I'm speaking, it's getting low. I can hear, I can't even hear my own voice. Okay, next one. The diagram shows a cross section of a leaf. So we have an upper epidermis, we have lower epidermis, and we have midrib. Definitely xylem and phloem are present over here. Okay, directly below the upper epidermis, what layer is found? Palisade cells. So among these, which one are the palisade and mesophyll cells? A, correct. So the next question is, an experiment was done using the apparatus shown in the diagram. Again, we have a snail, we have a plant weed, but keep in mind we have covered the test tube A and B with the black polythene, mean light cannot enter. In which test tube there would be a decrease in carbon dioxide? Correct. It would be C. Okay, let's move to the next questions. Wait, let me get a screenshot.